Hi everyone, I'm Lucas Pietrantonio, and today I'll be telling you about my engineering comprehensive design project. Over the last 4 months, I have designed and built this. Yep, it's a small pile of wires that make a bike light. This product is not the most complicated design in the world, but the work that I put in to get to this point was meaningful and listened to the voices of users. Now, I've been biking since I was a kid and recently began to notice the safety concerns present while riding. And many of these stem from not being seen by drivers. So I set out to design a bike light. I did some background research and a lot of Googling, but quickly realized I needed to center users' voices in this design to gain better insight into the problem. So I surveyed 31 individuals and interviewed 14 of them. I asked them about what was and wasn't working for them currently, what ideas they had for improvements, and I tried to understand their stories. After this, I was able to firm up some details about my design, such as ideal battery life and mounting system. But I was left with a lot more questions about how much light is actually necessary given different conditions. So I turned to Swarthmore professors to provide more understanding. Lynn Moulter, an optics professor in the engineering department, took the time to explain to me why the answer to my question was actually much more complex than I initially thought. But she helped me design a practical experiment to figure out how much light is necessary to be seen during the day, night, and at dusk and dawn. I also talked with Frank Durgan in the psychology department to get a better grasp of human perception. He explained that humans are notoriously bad at judging objects' size, distance, and speed, especially at night. We talked about creative ideas to help drivers understand their distance from a biker by trying to demonstrate a rider's size or providing a reference on the ground that may be more perceivable by drivers. These two professors demonstrated that the question of building a bike light is more multidisciplinary than I initially thought. And while the experiment created with Professor Moulter is ongoing, once I have collected the information, it will inform the design, thus bringing it to a culmination. If the user desires, the system will adjust its light output to appropriate levels based on the ambient light conditions of their environment, which brings us full circle to that small jumble of wires on the screen. Some of you might be wondering, why is user-based design important for something as small as a bike light? And it's because the consequences of not including these voices in design can be disastrous. Riders end up using lights that don't fit their needs, underperform, and oftentimes are far too expensive. This causes bicyclists to get hit by vehicles. The leading cause of bike accidents is getting hit from behind. And so we should listen to those that have had these accidents, hear from those that have felt nervous riding in a bike lane on a city street, and take the steps to all learn from their experiences and work to integrate the technical knowledge around us into solutions. We have proved user-centered design works. Now let's start using it.